4 children are among dozens of people who've been injured after a car ploughed into crowds who'd been watching Liverpool's Premier League title parade. In a news conference late last night, police said the incident in Liverpool city centre was not being treated as terrorism. A 53-year-old white British man from the local area has been arrested. The Prime Minister described the scenes as appalling and thanked the emergency services for their swift response. The collision happened just after 6 o'clock yesterday evening on Water Street, shortly after the players' bus had passed through. Barry Caffrey has the latest.
Crowds of Liverpool fans had come out to celebrate, but the carnival turned into carnage. A car was making its way along a closed road. A warning that what we are about to show you is distressing. With no idea of what's about to happen, people are still celebrating when suddenly out of nowhere a car careers towards them and ploughs into the crowd, which is rows deep. There was panic and chaos. The vehicle just missed BBC reporter Matt Cole, who was there with his family.
We went from a moment of celebration down here, a moment of joy. My son had just seen his footballing hero Mo Salah lifting the trophy in front of him. He said it was the best day of his life, turned into perhaps not this. It came out of the blue because at that time this area was still closed to traffic. There were thousands of people here. It made no sense. And the moment you saw it, trying to register what you were seeing literally made no sense. It was beeping, and as I sort of cast my mind back, I remember that. But I most vividly just remember the men shouting and banging and chasing and trying to stop. And at that point, we had no idea. We grabbed the children, we ran up, we ran left. I looked back afterwards, I could see a handful of people sitting, but I couldn't see any other casualties. But because we had no idea what this was and my children were my priority, I grabbed them and we took off.
This man also witnessed what happened.
I heard it accelerate, heard it rev its engine and kind of accelerate a bit kind of forwards, like so kind of further down the road, and then suddenly it started accelerating in the opposite direction and it rammed into the actual ambulance itself.
Moments after the crash, this video shows people surrounding the car. The mood of the crowd has turned to anger. Some try to get into the vehicle. The back window is smashed as the police struggle to hold people back. A number of people have been badly hurt.
Sadly, 4 of the injured were children who were enjoying the day with their friends and their families. 27 patients in total were taken to hospital by ambulance, and we believe 2 of those, including one of the children, have sustained serious injuries.
A 53-year-old white British man, believed to be the driver of the vehicle and from the Liverpool area, has been arrested.
What I can tell you is that we believe this to be an isolated incident, and we are not currently looking for anyone else in relation to it. The incident is not being treated as terrorism.
Liverpool Football Club have said, "Our thoughts and prayers are with those who have been affected by this serious incident. We will continue to offer our full support to the emergency services and local authorities who are dealing with the incident." It is not yet known why the incident happened. Anyone with footage is being asked to come forward with any information and report it to the police. Barry Caffrey, BBC News.
Barry joins me now in the studio. Incredibly disturbing incident there, Barry. Lots of questions still remain. The Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, has been commenting on the scenes.
He has, Mark. Yes, there was a statement from the Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, late yesterday evening. He praised the remarkable bravery of the police and the emergency services for dealing with this. He said that everyone, particularly children, should be able to celebrate their heroes without this type of horror. He said the city has a long and proud history of coming together through difficult times. He said Liverpool stands together and the whole country, in fact, stands with Liverpool. Just to remind people, the incident happened shortly after 6 o'clock yesterday evening when a car collided into pedestrians on Water Street in Liverpool city centre. Now, of course, thousands of people had been there throughout the afternoon celebrating Liverpool Football Club's victory parade for the Premier League, which was taking place. The BBC understands that the collision happened around about 10 minutes after that time that the bus actually carrying the Liverpool Football Club players had passed through. Now, we had one eyewitness who said that we saw the car reverse and then accelerate into people moving through the crowd. He described people scattered around like bowling pins, and he said that the change in the mood from what had been a really glorious, positive day to just hell on earth was how he described it. Now, we know 27 people were taken to hospital. 2 people are in a serious condition, 1 child and 1 adult. 20 people were also treated at the scene, including 4 children. We know a paramedic who was also on a bike was struck by this vehicle too. The fire service said that when the emergency services arrived, 4 people were actually underneath the vehicle, including 1 child. The vehicle was then rapidly removed so those people could be treated. It's still not clear what actually happened or why this happened. We do know that a 53-year-old man who is described as white and British, and we understand from the Greater Liverpool area, has been arrested. Police say the incident, though, is not being treated as terrorism.
Yeah, and the emergency services were obviously on the scene quickly because they were already there. They were there in numbers for the parade anyway, and they've been describing what they encountered.
They have, and thousands of people had been there throughout the day. We have heard from the emergency services in a late-night news conference which took place last night. We heard from David Kitchen, for example, who's from the North West Ambulance Service. He said that everyone was very horrified and saddened by the events. He said that paramedics, clinicians and other medical teams were really quick to support and respond to what happened on Water Street in Liverpool. Of course, we know that 27 patients were taken to hospital, 2 of them in a serious condition. We're awaiting a condition update. We have had some tributes coming in or coming in over the past couple of hours overnight. Ian Byrne, who's a local MP for Liverpool West Derby, said he's absolutely heartbroken by the scenes in Liverpool after what should have been the best of days. He said his love and thoughts are with all those affected. We've also heard from Manchester United, of course, Liverpool's historic rivals posting on social media, offering their solidarity with Liverpool, saying our thoughts are with LFC and the city of Liverpool after the awful incident. We're still awaiting a condition update on the 2 people who are in hospital with the serious injuries, but we haven't got that information just yet.
And the front page is really talking about the horror and carnage of it all. But going forwards, what can we expect from the investigation, and what's happening in Liverpool on the streets today? Have they cleared up that street, or what's the scene there?
So there's a section of Liverpool which is obviously closed off and cordoned off in the centre of Liverpool. The tent was certainly there last night. I'm not sure if that's been removed yet this morning, but you're right, it's on all of the front pages. All of the newspapers have been carrying this. I think it's going to be a very difficult day and a shocking day for Liverpool. We don't know whether there will be any sort of vigils or events like that, but part of the centre of Liverpool around Water Street is all cordoned off and closed at the moment.
Well, Barry, I know you're going to be keeping an eye on that for us for the rest of the day, so thank you for that. There's a QR code on the screen that you can see at the moment. If you scan that, you can be taken straight to the live page on our website, where we're getting constant updates on the latest on this story in Liverpool. But of course, the latest all there from Barry. Thank you, Barry, for now.